So I kind of want to talk to you guys about Stephen. And the reason why I want to talk about Stephen, and a lot of you may not heard about Stephen or the name is not familiar. Well, especially for the ones that's not really reading the Bible. So for see, Stephen wasn't popular. Like Moses and Samson and Saul and the rest of them that we hear about from a lot of people where they talk about these certain people. See, Stephen, you really don't hear about. See, Stephen, he was a faithful man of God, right? Let's go to Acts, and we're gonna go to 6, right? And it references in talking about who Stephen was, right? I'm just gonna go back to let me just kind of elaborate here for you. See, Stephen was a man full of grace and power and did great wonders and miraculous signs among the people. But why we don't hear about Stephen just like today, right? You don't hear about those that are popular. For an example, you hear from somebody that has 48 or 52,000 subscribers, 600,000 subscribers, a million subscribers, right? But when you hear somebody that got 100 subscribers, 200 subscribers, you're really not known of them, right? Because you don't really hear about their name, Although, there are some that has high subscriber count and, they're genuine and there's a lot that just in it for the money. But see, I want to talk about Stephen because, see, he was a great man of God. See, and what happened was he got stoned to death, right? Because of what he believed in, But see, here's the thing. When they stoned him, he fell asleep, right? And he died. But see, God allowed him to, when he was being stoned, allowed him to die. So when he have to feel, right, the pain and all these things, because they were stoning him to kill him, right? But here's the thing. See, Stephen, you really didn't hear about the things that of the sins that he committed, because I'm pretty sure he had, but it wasn't as greater as the other ones has, and so therefore, because if you read the passage, it just mainly spoke about what Stephen did and how they stoned him and how God really, took a liking to Stephen, right? And but with others that we hear, you hear about they were great, but then, the things that made them fall and so forth, right? But I just wanted to talk about Stephen because I believe a lot of us need to be just like Stephen, right? We need to stand firm. We need to get back to, God's grace and, in doing wonders and miraculous signs, and not happen to be with the popular crowd or not for a show for everybody to see or for having a name great or to be publicized as a public figure, right? Just do the works of the Lord and let the Lord be great. Hallelujah. Let the Lord be great upon what you're doing for him and let him just be pleased upon what you're doing. It's not for a show. It's not but what's in your heart and the works that you do for him. That's the things that matters. I want to take you to this point, right? And it even said here, right? Because, right, they were jealous. And a lot of people are jealous behind the grace that you may have. And so they start to lie on you. And they start to just say all sorts of things that's not true about you, even though the Lord knows, right? And then they want to try to turn people against you. And this is what we see a lot today. People want to turn on you because of the truth that you may carry or be just the grace and the glory that they see upon you. So they get upset about it, right? And they want to try to slander your name and make your name out to be dirty or whatnot, right? But I encourage each one of you to be just like Stephen. You don't have to be like David. You don't have to be like Saul. There are some other great names that's in this Bible that is not really talked about, right? Maybe a lot not reading, or maybe they feel that Stephen is just not that important or that relevant. But he is as well as the other, right? Because he did wonderful things and God was very pleased with him because it states in this word. If you go to Acts 6 and you just read when you get time, you will know about who Stephen is. And I don't know why a lot of people don't really talk about people that's in the Bible rather than the famous names that we know of the Bible, like Jonah and whatever the case may be, right? But I'm going to talk about on my page the other people that played a big role in the Bible that's not really named, been spoken of, right? And why? It's because these are people that if you look at it as social media, right? The Bible, it talks about big names and it talks about small names that you don't know, right? Just like on social media, you hear about these big people because they have a numerous of followers or subscribers, whatever it can be. You really don't hear about the other ones, but they doing just as great work. But you looking at the popularity of their name, and this is why you bypass the ones that don't have subscribers because you feel as if that person is less greater. But I come to tell you, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're doing the works of the Lord, then you are great, right? Because you are under his glory and under his grace, and you're doing the work for him, meaning that you are doing a great service. And that is spreading the gospel so everybody can get some knowledge and the wisdom of what this means. And that's true prosperity. God bless you, and I hope this has captivated you, and I hope that you will be encouraged to read about who Stephen is, and I will bring more teachings upon you. God bless you, and I love you all.